Safe and Sound, sponsored by White Mountain Fire and Life Safety. Today on the show, we have Lupita Banuelos, the Program Manager for Oral Health, and Becky Baldwin, the Oral Health Educator, both from Navajo County Public Health Services District. Welcome to the show, ladies.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming on. So I had talked to you at the Public Health building recently about February being, what, an oral health month?
It's National Oral Health Month for February.
And you're the Program Manager for National Oral Health. So what does a Program Manager do?
Basically what the Program Manager does is manage the two grants under First Things First. And our programs regions is Navajo Apache region and White Mountain Apache Tribe region, which we offer oral health education. We also offer fluoride varnish and screenings to kids 0 to 5 years of age, excluding kids that are already enrolled in kindergarten. So it's only kids 5 years old before they enroll into kindergarten that we service. So we service those regions and those target populations. And what I do is mostly the admin portion of it. Just manage the grants, make the budgeting, do the financials every month, and then offer guidance to our health educators. Our health educators are basically the main stepping stone for the programs. They're the ones that basically run the program. I do the boring, admin stuff. The health educators, Robin House, which she serves with our contracted hygienist, the Navajo Apache region, and Becky Baldwin, she's our health educator for the White Mountain Apache Tribe region. So they go out with our hygienist on days that are scheduled at sites, at schools, preschools, Head Starts, WIC programs in those areas, and offer the fluoride varnish services to them. So they're actually the bread and butter of the program. So they're the ones that make the program. They're the ones that dedicate their time to the kids and service them.
And so through administration, you're the one making sure that they have everything they need,
yeah,
and that
supplies,
the grant's coming through.
Yeah, exactly.
Meeting your deliverables and all that. Now, you said First Things First. Is that the only grant for this? Is the First Things First for your program? Okay.
It's First Things First is our grantor that supplies us the funding to service in our areas. So,
where do they get that funding, First Thing First?
It's the tobacco tax.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that funding is coming from the tobacco tax. So, the girls and I are kind of worried each month is to, make sure, because it's grant funded and it can be stripped away like any, grant funded programs, depending if there's funding every year. But for right now, secured funding is good for at least 7 years, depending on the tobacco tax. Now the preventative portion of tobacco, it's reducing because a lot of people are not, utilizing this, they're not purchasing the cigarettes, they're not, which is good.
Yes, absolutely.
But then also the bad point where some of the programs will be eliminated once, there is no tobacco sales for individuals to purchase. So.
Well, and then hopefully we could find money in another area. I mean, we do want to be able to eliminate that, and then it helps with teeth in the long run too,
exactly.
because tobacco is destroying the teeth. so yeah, I can understand that, but I know that people usually are curious. They're like, well, where are you getting this? And it is a great. The Public Health Department offers a lot of great programs, and I haven't had you guys on the show yet. So this is really a good information to get out to the community to see. Not only do we have these, but who would have thought oral health? So, right. Becky, my question to you is. What areas do you guys service, and then what do you do when you go to these areas?
I service White River, McNary, and Cibecue, and we go to the schools or the WIC, the Child Find, and we provide the fluoride varnish to the 0 to 5 year olds.
Okay, and so can anybody get it though? It doesn't matter. Like you can qualify for this even if you're making good money and your kid goes to that school.
Preschool and under.
For everybody.
For everybody.
Everybody.
Mm-hmm. It's not based on income eligibility. if children are on access or anything, if they don't have an insurance or if they have insurance, doesn't matter. It's offered to kids 0 to 5 years of age.
And they have to sign a permission slip?
Yes.
How does that work with the school? Does it go out first or what?
It goes out first. I
Okay.
usually take it 2 weeks before, and the teachers get it out to the parents.
And then the parents have
And
to
then
sign it, return it?
yes.
And if they don't sign it, then their kid's not treated?
They
Oh, okay.
aren't.
Do you ever have people who get like worried about, oh, fluoride? What do you say to them?
Usually we can't say anything. If
Okay.
they don't want it, we can't.
Tell them
Provide
the
it.
facts about it. Because
Yeah.
I know that fluoride varnish people are like, oh, no, it has fluoride and it's bad for you. But there's more fluoride in the water.
Right.
And then you're going to get on your
Yes.
teeth and it's supposed to protect the teeth.
Yes, it protects it. It's really good for the teeth.
It makes it stronger?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, when you guys what if you get a kid that has issues, like dental issues? What do you guys do from there?
Usually we put urgent on the paper, and then they have to get them into the dentist. And we'll call and check up to make sure they got them in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can they call you guys for any questions? Do you guys ever get people call in for questions
No.
or anything like that?
We don't. So they usually get them into the dentist.
And go from there? And
Mhm.
it's any dentist? It's not like we can...
Most of the people in White River go to IHS.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, we refer them out. We have a list of referrals and resources of local dentists in their area. For instance, if Becky goes to, White Mount Apache on White River, then she can refer them to IHS, which they have usually their dental providers there. So we just give them that recommendation, and it's upon the parent if they want to continue to go to, if they do have a dental home, or we can refer them with the list that we offer to them.
we already,
Now with 0 to 5 is what you guys go to. What do you do for a 0-year-old? I'm just curious. They just say
when
that?
they get their first tooth,
Okay.
that's when we can see them.
And you just varnish that one tooth?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And then probably help them with the teething or
Yes, we give them toothbrushes, and
start them off sooner?
yeah.
And a baby can start with a toothbrush or?
We have a little finger brush.
Oh,
And
okay.
you can brush their gums. And
How-
then we have a little toothbrush that looks like scissors.
Okay.
And they can hold on to it and they chew on it.
And that's good to
pretty neat.
strengthening their
Yes.
gums, getting their teeth
Yes.
to come in.
And it cleans their tooth. So
Their tooth. So cute. I'm sure that you enjoy seeing all the cute little kids that come in.
Yes.
It makes it a lot of fun.
yes, it does.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know that my daughter, when she was in St. Anthony's preschool, she enjoyed it, and they'd bring it home, and I'm like, wow, this is great that they're doing this, because it's for parents that don't think. Some people don't think about it.
Yeah.
It's your
Right.
teeth. You brush your teeth. You're okay. You floss your teeth. You're good to go. But it's a way for them to be like, oh, I need to make a dentist appointment, or oh, if anything comes back, if there's any problems,
Right.
Especially like some people like bottle rot and things like that they
Yeah.
don't see. Do you ever end up seeing any of
Oh,
that?
a lot. A
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
it.
See, so-
Especially in my area.
Yeah. Well, and then that's a good thing, because with public health, it's all about prevention.
Yeah.
So you're out
Yes.
there starting this young to educate the children on how to take care
And
of their
educating
teeth
the parents, what's
through.
through the fluoride varnish. If the hygienist sees something, they have a recommendation, or they say, they give them more information and education with the flyers that we offer to them, and so it broadens their mind. It's like, oh, okay, well, this is important. It's different culturally. You have our Native Americans, and then we have our Hispanics. So there's a lot of culture in our communities, and they have different beliefs. I remember as a kid growing up, and then with my kids, my mother-in-law, she's from Mexico, and they weren't really educated in oral hygiene, and didn't know. She didn't own a toothbrush when she was in her ranch, so they never brushed their teeth. And a lot of the kids had decays, and they would feed give their bottles to the kids up until they're like 5 years old.
Oh.
And I had experience with my daughter where she would sneak the bottle, when I would go off to work, and she would take care of her during the day, and I couldn't figure out why her teeth were getting so rotten. And I would brush her teeth, and finally I asked her, I said, what? How come, her teeth are getting rotten? Why is Yasmin's teeth getting rotten? She's like, well, it's because I've been giving her a bottle. I'm like, she's already 3 years old. I got her off the bottle.
A long time ago.
Yeah, I was sneaking it to her because,
That's how we do.
that's what we do, in the ranch. And I was like, well, you can't do that. The kids and I had to educate her and tell her about, baby bottle tooth decay. And, you know, what it affects her. Well, it did affect her because they had to pull her teeth because her teeth were so rotten by the time she was 4 years old. So
little
just
thing.
try to understand them culturally and what their beliefs are, and kind of tailor to that so they can understand, and they can actually embrace it instead of turning away from it, you know, and say, no, you know, what are they talking about? They don't know what they're talking about. But go to put yourself into their shoes and understand their culture and their beliefs, and they say, you know, well, this is better for them, and try to educate them and slowly
Gain their trust.
gain their trust and change that behavioral change that, you know, they're so.
Yeah, that's great, and that's what public health is out there doing is getting in the information that they can use to
Right.
prevent that from happening, and starting at the young age that you do. Now, you guys said you go into schools, but is there any other place that parents are able to take their young ones with their tooth to you guys, or?
The WICs.
Okay, WIC. Do you stand? How does that work?
They usually put us in a room, and then we
Oh.
go ask the parents, we're providing the fluoride varnish. Would you like to have it done on your child?
Oh, wow.
And they usually do.
So in
Oh, sure.
Navajo Apache too, Robert services that area, which is Holbrook, Show Low, Pine Top, all the way to Joseph City, all that area. So what she's doing now is try to build that relationship with healthcare providers and pediatricians in the area, to say, you know, we offer fluoride varnish. Can we come in when you see your patients? You know, this is a free service. We can come in whenever you want us to, when you have clients in. So now she's building those partnerships and communications with the healthcare providers and offering to their patients during their appointments.
So the stakeholders in those partnerships are growing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Have you guys ever done that before?
Is this the first year?
The first year.
Yeah, the first year with this whole statute where before we used to service kids 0 to 5 years of age when kids were enrolled in kindergarten. Now it's changed this year where we only service 0 to 5 kids that are 5 years old before they're enrolled in kindergarten.
We can't see the 5-year-olds that are in kindergarten.
Yeah.
And hopefully by then they have a lot of, they've learned a lot, and their parents have learned a lot.
Right.
Yeah.
To move on from there, and they have a dentist,
Yes.
because your teeth are important. And we're going to take a little break, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to Safe and Sound. We were just discussing partnerships for oral health, and I want to pick up from there. And Lupita, so what kind of partnerships are there with oral health? I mean, you talked a little bit about what you guys are working at, but what is going on right now?
Right now, well, in the past, we've had partnerships with Summit Healthcare, Healthy Steps. They service, they go out to the healthcare providers and they partner with them. So they kind of communicate with us, you know, they pitch to the healthcare providers and other community members around of our program and what we offer. So we've gotten a lot of great rapport from the community and parents. And that's one of our partnerships. And then we, like I mentioned, healthcare providers, we're establishing new relationships this year with them and providing services to their patients. So we have that partnership and relationship with agencies and organizations around Navajo County, which is has been really positive, and they've actually been our cheerleader in the program. They're very supportive of the girls going out there, of Robin and Becky, and just of the oral health program. So we've established a lot of good support and relationships.
Now, with that, do you guys meet? Is this a coalition, or you just have those relationships where they're like, hey, I need you guys to come out today to my open house and do a varnish, or how does that work?
We do have an oral health coalition. It's our Navajo Apache Gila Oral Health Coalition. It's led by Connie Bain. She's a hygienist that's been for years a hygienist, and she's we call her our oral health guru. She's very knowledgeable, and it's been in how long has the coalition been going?
I think about 5 years.
About 5
Oh, wow.
years. Yeah. So it's all of all of oral health around the community. They come together, agencies and organizations. I know the Lions Club, they have also a grant through them where they also provide fluoride varnish. So instead of duplicating services, we work together to offer services and all around Navajo County. So they're a part of our coalition, and just different agencies. Who else is a part of the coalition?
The Lions Club, because they have the tooth fairies. Who else?
What are the tooth fairies?
They're some ladies that go around to the schools and go into the classes.
Dressed as tooth fairies?
Yeah.
Tooth fairies. They have their white dress and
Oh,
She
that's
has her
so stinking
wings,
cute.
and yeah.
What do the kids think?
they
Oh, they love it.
Oh, are they trying to like, here, hold on, let me get this tooth.
Wait,
They just give them toothbrushes and read to them.
Oh, that's awesome.
It's really neat. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then in Navajo Nation, they have a tooth fairy too, which is
that's
the other health educator. She dresses up.
That's so fun.
Yeah, so this coalition brings everybody together from Navajo Nation, their oral health program, to White Mountain Apache IHS. We all come together in the coalition and we meet and we just kind of communicate what they're doing in their areas, and kind of work together and bounce off each other of ideas. And
So the public health department isn't the only place that provides this service to the community. Like you said, IHS, or do you guys provide it for IHS?
IHS does it in the hospital. They have the kids go in and get the fluoride varnish. They were doing it at the Head
Is
Start.
it free still, like it is for public health?
I'm not sure. It probably is.
Well, it's free to the patient, but usually if IHS is providing fluoride varnish, if the child is covered by Access, usually they can bill out, or if they have health insurance, they can bill out to their health insurance for fluoride varnish, so they can bill twice. But it's different from our service because we come out. We can come out as many times as you want. There's a limitation if they're going to be billed through their healthcare insurance. It's only twice a year. But for our service, we can come out to the site, more than twice.
Because you're not even asking for their insurance or any of their
No,
information.
it's a free
No, we
service
don't.
to children from 0 to 5 years old.
So the other organizations that are doing it, I mean, it's still like if somebody has insurance, they're only going to build what their insurance pays. They're not going to owe anything still. However, they get more of it,
Exactly.
by going to you guys. But it's the same stuff that they're getting.
Right.
Yeah, okay. And then who is your hygienist? You guys, do you have what do you have to have, or how does that work?
We have a contracted hygienist
Okay.
through Navajo County, so we contracted to them. They still have their
Practice.
private practice jobs per se, but they also contract with us. So we have Regina Rich, Tamara Cannon, and Vina Nix that are hygienists that we contract with. So it just depends on their schedule and what we schedule out with the schools and the preschools, and if they're available to come out to that certain day to provide the fluoride varnish. So they actually do the application.
Okay, so now in this new outreach that you have with these partnerships, is there a way if partners are interested in watching the show, see, wow, this is maybe something that I want to be a part of? How do they get a hold of you? Or even, it wouldn't necessarily be like agencies or dentist office. It could be anything really, right? Like any
Parents,
organization that wants your service.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, if any parent or if any organization, any child care centers, preschools, if they're interested in taking part of our service, like I mentioned, it's free of charge. Please contact us. Contact me or contact Becky. Our telephone number at the Shola office, we're based out in the Shola office. It's 928-532-6050. I'll be leaving shortly, but you can contact Becky or Robin House if you are interested in scheduling for fluoride varnish for your agency or organization.
Now, the other thing that I thought was really cool, oral health is one of the programs that really has Spanish and English a lot, right? You guys have a lot of stuff that you give out to non-English speaking community members, and your stuff is actually very good. I've seen it that goes out, and so you're able to treat both English and non-English speaking the community as young as they are. Which and then how are you able to? I mean, I guess when you fill out the forms, if they only speak Spanish, the form that they're going to get is going to say, look, your kid has these issues and you have to go see a doctor or
Yes.
a dentist.
It has, it says white spots, which is the beginning of decay.
Mm-hmm.
If they keep it clean, it won't get decay. And then there's urgent, which they need to get to the dentist as soon as possible. And then there's, they need to be seen by a dentist.
Within a
So
certain
if you-
time
yeah.
frame. And then do you ever ask, can you ask the kids, do you go to a dentist, or is that something you're not
Usually
allowed
it's on the paper. The parents
Okay.
write it on there.
to- Okay.
Who they've
all
been
right.
to, and if they've been, and how
If
long
not.
ago.
Sometimes this is the only treatment that the children are getting.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And then after, 5 years old, when they start kindergarten, they're not getting treatment anymore, and you just kind of cross your fingers that
Yeah.
they keep their teeth, especially when they're losing their teeth.
Yeah.
Right.
And we can only offer, that referral. We can give them the list of dental providers in the area and let them know, your child, we found this, there's a spot, we recommend that you have your child see a dentist. This is the referral list of dental providers in your area. So it's taken upon the parent if they, take the child to the dentist. But that's all we can offer on our part is just give them that referral.
And you even give them a list
Yes.
so that makes it even easier.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's nice. I know. If I had a list, I'd be like, oh, they're close. Okay, cool.
Some kids are afraid of the dentist, so there's the pediatric dentist, and they can put them to sleep and get their work done.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like around the mountain? Is that what you? That's where I take my
Yeah.
kids. My daughter wants to be a dentist, and I'm like, you never had a cavity. Just wait. Oh yeah, for a birthday. Can I go to the dentist for my birthday? Sure. Can I get that on recording? Because nobody's going to believe this. Yeah. And well, and some kids, they love it because the pediatricness. You walk through the small door and you have your own door and you go
Yeah.
in there and it's all
Kid
bubbly.
friendly.
bubbly.
Yeah.
Very kid friendly. They do a darn good job. And I think that this generation is going to be filled with a lot of dentists because it was
Yes.
much better than my day.
Yeah.
And but we did get a box of goodies to pick from. And I was like, yes. All right. Yeah. Where's my sticker?
But I want to add too, with the program, what the girls have been doing is that the kids, they've serviced the kids from 0 all the way to 5 years old. So they've stayed with these kids up until that age. So they know the girls. When they come and they see Becky or Robin, they're like, oh, Miss Robin's coming or Miss Becky's coming, and it gives them that security where they were so afraid of going to the dentist. With the service that they offer, and the girls, like I said, they do such a good job with the kids, and they're so trusting of them. They're not afraid to go to the dentist anymore. They don't have that fear. So the girls actually take that fear away from them when they, apply the varnish and they say, oh, this is not too bad. I'll
That's
go to the
cool.
dentist. So
It is.
yeah, that's the rewarding part is seeing the kids, knowing Robin and knowing Becky and just staying that long from 0 to 5 years old. They see them grow up.
And building that trust for the dentist
Exactly.
to take on
Yeah.
for there. That's a big,
Yeah.
that's a really cool. I never would have thought of
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
way. That's awesome. So, curing tooth decay one tooth at a time,
Yep,
I guess.
Exactly.
And the fear of dentists, same thing. Well, I wanted to thank you ladies so much for coming on the show today. And we'll get your information on a little billboard that they can see after the show. If anybody has, you guys do like events, if somebody has like, oh, we have what does Amy Stradling have? She has some kind of fairy tale Friday.
Oh.
You guys show up
Yes,
to that?
Robin
and
does.
Oh, okay. So you guys do
Yeah,
little
usually
events
health
like
fairs
too?
that the
Health fairs,
communities
okay.
offer. Our programs there, if someone's doing a health fair, if IHS is doing a health fair, they invite us and we come out and participate.
Well, thank you for what you ladies do. That's awesome. And I appreciate you guys coming on the show. This is important information and people need to keep them teeth clean.
Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching Safe and Sound, and we'll see you next month.